Hello, it's Harness here and welcome back to Sea Encounters Capital Ships. In today's episode we are going to have a destroyer against a battleship. So on one side we've got the Wolfpack 2 by Dorkies. Bunch of destroyers who like to engage from long distance, and it's fighting against the Spaghet Monstar by the Jimmer. So let's see how this matchup is going to look like. We've got quite powerful guns and accurate as well, against lots of small caliber guns and strategy that likes to kite. Okay, so the destroyers, they are trying to keep as far away as possible from the power that the Spaghet monster is projecting towards them, and it looks like they are eating a little bit of disqualification time, 46 seconds, but by the look of it, it has stopped right now. And Spaghet monster tries to snipe out the little destroyers from the distance. The back secondaries are now brought to bear. These are high velocity sabo runs, so should be good at getting some hits on the destroyers. Right, so far the difference in HP pool between those two combatants is quite small, 98 versus 94, 95. But by the look of it, the destroyers are getting a little bit of slowly creeping up the advantage. So the Dorkies ships, they are using a special breadboard that is supposed to ensure that the disqualification does not happen, but helps at staying at range. So they are losing range very, very slowly. So let's even right now check what's the difference towards the target. Okay, so only now they are approaching 4,100 meters, so as you can see, they have not really reached that minimum distance yet, and just now they have just passed that 4 kilometers threshold. So okay, let's move to the battleship. Okay, looks like it's really struggling with stability. All of those shells, which are not really highly penetrative, they have hit only one side of the ship, so it means that this is now listing quite heavily. And yeah, just right now, some of the barrels actually lost ability to traverse high enough. I wonder if it's going to be able to recover from that. Okay, looks like the salvos are coming from the destroyers, and Now they are having a little bit harder time hitting the ship because it's sitting so very low in water. Alright, unfortunately it's not possible for the battleship to actually traverse the guns high enough. Maybe now, yeah, okay. Looks like it was able to just elevate the front turrets because Dorkius's DDs are just now going right in front of it. And how about this top turret? I think this is pretty much meant for anti-air only. So 6 minutes into the match, the DDs didn't really make, you know, like any devastating shots, but depriving the battleship from the stability was definitely something that just protected them from its firepower. But now they have changed the angle, so they are going to attack the other side, the fresh side, and potentially poking some holes into the hull from this side is going to help the Spaghet Monstar to actually rectify itself. So let's see if it's actually going to happen. And yeah, we can see that the battleship is constantly launching a detection torpedo. So this one is actually here to just ensure that some detection is in place in case the other detection systems are actually destroyed. Alright, is it going to be able to shoot now? Alright, yeah, it's trying to. Okay. I think it just regained a little bit of firepower now. And the opposition is much closer now. So maybe it's going to score some hits now. For now, the battleship is losing a lot of beams. Okay, the kill section have been stripped off also, so I think this heavy lead kill is a way for the battleship to keep upright in a normal situation, but now actually the shells are stripping that kill off as well, so it's definitely not helping the battleship. Okay, now it's somehow managing to depress some of those guns, and it is shooting back at the destroyers. So let's have a quick look if that fire actually helps with anything. Okay. Looks like this destroyer has some issues with sometimes with detection because it's shooting them random places. Alright, the salvo came in, but it didn't really make like a huge impression on the battleship. Also some detection issues on the battleship itself. looks like a lot of shells are not really making it to the destroyers right now. Yeah, it have lost a lot of detection equipment, that's for sure. The superficial destruction on the battleship may not actually destroy it totally, but it definitely deprives it of its eyes and ears, so that's something to consider. And now it's like a 60% or yeah, around 60-70% on one side, just flipped on one side, so now it's practically defenseless. I think now that the main question is, can actually the Wolfpack, is it able to finish the job, or is the battleship going to survive this barrage of shells? As we can see now, quite a lot of those shells are actually bouncing off or skipping all the water, because the battleship is starting to become more and more difficult target. On the other hand, it exposes very strange angles of impact, so some of those shells could be coming through bottom, which I'm not sure if it was something that Jimber have considered when planning his armor scheme. So lead is relatively soft, and yeah, the bottom is it's not very tanky, I would say. The citadel section, however, it looks to be at least one layer of steel, but I think it's perhaps it's more than that, maybe like 2 layers, just to be able to protect against torpedoes. Looks like there's some steam escaping from the boiler room, so some of that power have been lost. Okay, looks like some guns are still able to elevate. The rear secondaries open up again. But we have actually approached or passed 12 minutes of the match. So, is it going to survive, or is it going down, the Spaghet Monstar? The damage on the destroyers is relatively minimal. I'm not sure if even a single turret have been destroyed here. Okay, one is down. One has been disabled here. But all the others are keep on pouring the rounds into the battleship. Those anti-air secondaries, some of them are actually destroyed. Or maybe even one. Okay. But apart from that, destroyers are really using their advantage to the fullest, so small size, quick and agile, keeping at the distance, keeping away from the bigger guns of the other classes. Okay, I can see that occasionally the detection is being lost. I'm not sure what's the problem here. Is it a new patch or something else? But sometimes I can see that random targets are being shot at. Okay, Spaghet Monstar is really on the ropes here. It's just perforated like a Swiss cheese. Still trying from time to time the undamaged barrels, try to elevate, still give some good shots. But yeah, we are almost there. It's just 15 seconds to the end of the match, and looks like the Jimmer ship is going to actually survive the onslaught in a really poor state, but nevertheless it is going to survive. And yeah, that's correct. Very, very heavily damaged. It managed to survive the onslaught, but that's really significant because it's 62 points that it's going to retain, and that's 62 points that Dorkis is not going to get for the kill. So yeah, it was pretty much one-sided match, but nevertheless, the survival is very, very important for the future battles and for potentially getting out of the group phase. All right, but for now, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next episode.